yourself. This is Indo World Cup Daily coming to you from Tour. Well, it is moving day once again today. The Ireland squad leave their base in Tour for the final time in this World Cup. Andy Farrell will name his team and bench to play Scotland on Saturday later today. Keane, what kind of changes are you expecting?
I would expect minimal enough, Sinead. We discussed this on yesterday's podcast. I'm fully expecting Dan Sheehan to be starting. We spoke to him earlier this week. It's usually an indication that a player will be involved. We also kind of touched on this yesterday in the podcast about the James Ryan, Ian Henderson kind of dynamic. James Ryan missed some training last week. He picked up an injury in that South Africa game. So we're not quite sure how much training he's done. Perhaps there will be a temptation.
Yeah, he had a bit of covering around his hand.
He seems to have been training in the last couple of days, but I think there might be a temptation to go with Ian Henderson. You think of how well the line-out went when Dan Sheehan came off the bench against South Africa. Ian Henderson was the one who ended up calling the line-out, and between the two of them, they seem to iron out the errors that Ireland had in the first half. So I think there will be a temptation to go with Ian Henderson. It would be rewarding for him. James Ryan's obviously still a massive key player. I wouldn't see it, if it does come to pass, I wouldn't see it as him being dropped in any way at all. But what a player to have to call upon on the bench if that's the way they go. So plenty of big decisions to be made. Obviously, Robbie Henshaw sounds like he's going to be ruled out, which is a massive blow, not just for Robbie Henshaw personally, but also for Ireland. I mean, what he gives you off the bench is just absolutely huge. So Andy Farrell's got a decision to make in terms of that number 23 jersey. If he wants to go for like, does he go with Stuart McCloskey? He likes having that big centre on the bench. Or will he go for the experience and versatility of someone like Keith Earls or Jimmy O'Brien, who can play all across the back row as well? So or the back line. So while Henshaw is a blow, Ireland do have options.
And what about the Scotland team that will also be named later? And could we see Ben Healy on the bench, do you think? Or?
It would be great. Yeah. It'd be great for us and everything that we'd love to be writing about it. I mean, Ben Healy coming off the bench to kick a late winner against Ireland would be some story. But I don't know if we will, to be honest. He did quite well last week, but Ben Healy's problem is obviously Finn Russell is the star of the show. He's the main playmaker, but the fact that Blair Kinghorn is playing 15 and can cover 10 means that Scotland don't have to have natural 10 on the bench, because Kinghorn can slot in there if needed. So maybe Gregor Townsend will spring a surprise. There's a bit of talk actually in the Scottish media that Townsend might go back to Ali Price at scrum half ahead of Ben White, which would be a bit of a surprise. Obviously Ali Price was on the Lions tour, but Ben White has overtaken him in the last while, so that's certainly one to watch out for as well.
Absolutely, and all will be revealed later, and we will have a Left Wing podcast from the Ireland Team Hotel in Paris later today.